Whenever I dig out of my storage those stones, it means I have to work onto something with a cylindrical shape, and I do not want it to roll around and fall. So this time it is not my side body, sadly, but it is still quite nice. So I was at the big yearly flea market this weekend. A lot of stuff to look at. Sometimes a lot too expensive. I saw two aircraft instruments, but they were loaded with radium and overpriced. And I took two items. So this no a lot of interest. It is just an addition to my mobile phone connection, because it is a model I did not have. It is a worker mobile phone from the year 2000 in quite a nice condition, very strong. So it was a model I was missing. I paid €6 for this, but it is not the subject of the video today. So in the few first meters of flea market, I was in the flea market for like 5 minutes. I found something unexpected at a wild price. This. Can you guess what it is? Yes, a big old vintage X-ray tube with the rotating anode. I got this for €20, which is insane because apparently they are very expensive on eBay, several $100. But here the seller did agree for €20. He didn't know it was a X-ray tube, oddly enough. It was a guy with a lot of random junk, really, anything. And, well, I believe he was scared of breaking it, and he preferred to transfer this problem to someone else. So we have here what is probably a 70s era rotary anode X-ray tube with the stator of a motor, which is quite rare actually to find, even if it is not a big interest. It is just a regular motor coil construction, but still. So the brand is CGR. It stands for Compagnie Générale de Radiologie, a French manufacturer which was based in Stein, at the north of Paris. I will link in the video description a few infos I found, and even a web page with photos of buildings of the factory, which is now demolished, I believe. It was apparently this brand ended in 1980 or something like this. It was purchased by other companies, so it must be 70s era, this X-ray tube. So in a quite used condition, but still good. I did already remove at the end the retaining parts for the motor stator. So it is really the super typical construction for a rotary anode X-ray tube. 3 electrodes at this end here, 2 for the heater filament, and 1 cathode. And at the other side, here probably the yes, it is a brass contact. So here you have a 3D part in here. So you will screw something and it will be your anode. It is rated for maximum 150 kilovolts, but industrial ones can go much higher. So this is a medical one. So as I said, very typical construction, because here is the typical layout. And you can see it is exactly what we have. The heater is in here, focusing cup, your rotary anode, apparently made of pure tungsten or other metals of the same group, but most probably tungsten. And then in here your rotor and of course around the stator. I will remove this part to have a better look. Okay. So the motor, just heavy insulating plastic here, big coils. I see Allen screws securing it, yes, to the plastic here, but it is not really necessary to undo them, except if I want to clean it. So it is probably what I will do before reassembling, because there is some dust down here. Okay, 3 wires. I did not attempt to power it. I do not know if it is a 3-phase. Most probably 220 volts, but it is not specified, so quite an heavy unit here. And it reveals the complete inside of the tube. So we already see everything, so it is good. We do not need any further tear down. So why a rotary anode? In fact, the impact point of electron beam will hit at tremendous amounts. So on a short exposure tube like a dental X-ray tube, it is not a problem. But here it is a tube for longer exposure as X-ray of a whole leg or a whole torso. So to avoid overheating, they did invent rotary anode. It will spread the heat all around, and you can actually see all around here the score line of the impact of the electron beam, which did shoot out metal atoms, which it did. And on the glass here you can see a metal deposit on the glass. About the rotor part, here it is coupled. There is some kind of a bearing with screws, and they did do holes for the balancing. And there is one more number here, but no manufacturing date, sadly. It looks like this part is copper, which is quite weird because you do not want copper, but it is still, yes, it is magnetic, so it is just a copper layer over some other metal, apparently. Interesting. And here we have the electron gun. I can see 3 more screws here holding this plate, as you can see here. Okay, we do not see the heater filament very much. There is a very thin window here, a slot. Okay, and the target here is riveted in some way to the shaft. Okay, of course your regular little cups here to capture any residual oxygen in the glass, and your vacuuming. And here it was a pipe. They did a vacuum and they did melt the glass pipe to seal the tube. Okay, probably serial number here. So it is all, I guess, for this thing actually. Not much else to show because we already see what is inside. So nice display piece, even if it is not really practical to display, except if you make a U-shape stand holding it like this, or vertically maybe, but I am not sure what I will do with it. I could probably sell it on eBay and refund my purchase and with some profit even. I could sell it, I guess, easily over 100 euros, but it is a one-of-a-kind find, so I will definitely keep it unless I find a complete X-ray head with all the stuff around, maybe. But it is even rarer. Okay, so some more cleaning to do, obviously, everywhere. Before I reassemble it, I wrap it in a bubble wrap and I find some secure storage point for it, because I definitely do not want to break this. Okay, the glass is really brown, probably a borosilicate glass, something like this, but really brown color. And of course I do not want to try to power it on. I did just test the filament to see if it was broken or not. It is apparently good. Okay, I will probably hit a few amps of, you can see here the filament through this little opening. It is a thick one, look at this. Yes, so quite a few amps going through. Okay, and of course I do not have the 150 kilovolts power supply, and I do not want anyway to play with X-rays in an uncontrolled manner, of course. But it is really a nice collection piece, very typical. I believe I did never see one in real before, maybe one time in a museum, but it is the first one I own for sure. So thanks for watching, bye bye.